You know, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, even I need motivation to do these videos, but the show must go on because you know why? Because when it comes to HBO 24/7 and Showtime All Access, for almost 4 years now, 4 years in November, no, not November, 4 years in January, I've covered every single HBO 24/7 and every single Showtime All Access live. When I say I do all my videos live and uncut, people don't really understand what I'm saying when I say that. And I want you to look in my eyes. I'm cool. I got eye drops and I got some antibiotics, but what I'm saying is this. Listen, sometimes I wonder, like, if what I do is healthy for me. But then I realize, well, wait a minute, it is a job and it is employment, but I do a lot of research and I devote a lot of time into this. So when I say I take that shit serious, I take this shit seriously, I take it seriously. Serious, Gennady Golovkin, I take it serious. So when it comes to anything I post on Facebook or anything I talk about on here, it usually involves hard work and dedication in research. I just don't say shit for nothing. I have a reputation to keep because in what I do, and especially being a critical fan of boxing, I have to make sure all my shit is right. Everybody's wrong. Yes, I've been wrong many times. Yes, I've been wrong on predictions. Excuse me. My eyeballs are hurting. I'm not even gonna lie. They gave me these nut-ass eye drops, and how can I put it? But I was saying like a bitch. They sting. They sting. So I wasn't trying to be. I know I'm supposed to be talking about boxing, but listen to me. I gotta get off my chest. I know, like I asked, and I wasn't trying to be a pussy, but I asked. I was like, oh man, they gonna sting. Hey, I was like, no, I hear they're very good. I go to put that shit in my eyes. That shit stings for like an hour. So what I do is, before I do my videos, I got like a routine. Before I do my videos, you know, I start thinking about shit. You know, sometimes I might walk the dog. Sometimes I might get in the shower, you know. And then I had to put the eye drops in today. And I put them in. It's 11:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I put the eye drops in at 10:30, I believe. Around like 10:30, 10:37, something like that. And my God, my eyes are stinging like motherfucking hell. But I'm T Street Controversy, and this is T Street Controversy Live, and these shows are live, unedited, and uncut. So what I'm telling you right now is we got a lot of time to talk. And when I say be prepared, because I'm going to run my mouth about Floyd Money Mayweather, 46-0 with 26 knockouts, and there's a good chance you may not like the truth that I talk about, the things that you can go out there and research for yourselves. So you see a man right here. I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking for any pity stories, but I'm not healthy at all. So for you to think that I would just come up here and just sit up here and just run my mouth. Listen, life is not about money, ladies and gentlemen, but yet I'm a 50 Cent fan because it's get rich or die trying. In all honesty, this is about me setting an example. So, moving on. The gloves. If you don't know about the gloves, about an hour ago, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, September the 10th, 2014, some news was released that Marcos Maidana was going to be wearing 10-ounce gloves. It was in the contract that Marcos Maidana was going to be wearing 10-ounce gloves. Oh wait, allegedly. I ain't seen the contract. But yet you have Robert Garcia coming out and saying that he looked it over and said, whoa, why are we not wearing 10-ounce gloves? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is I don't want to sit here and just keep talking about the glove situation. But what I want to point out to you is that, listen, Marcos Maidana was very close to wearing 10-ounce gloves, 10-ounce orthopedic gloves. And as it stands right now, because on the Showtime final press conference for Mayweather versus Maidana 2, they said Mayweather would be defending 3 titles. Now, if you haven't known before, the WBC, the World Boxing Council, and I'm talking like this because I want you to fucking understand, the WBC, the World Boxing Council, approved Team Mayweather, thank you Al Heyman, to be able to defend his WBC and his WBA, even though it's the World Boxing Council. But basically he would be able to defend his 147-pound titles and his 154-pound title all in the same night. The last person to do it was Sugar Ray Leonard. So what I'm saying is this, listen. Floyd Mayweather doesn't like the idea, as he said. But if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, how can I put it? Because you're not going to believe me. Of course you're not going to believe me. But there's a man out there. His name is Thank You Al Heyman. And Mr. Thank You Al Heyman is the one who's running the show. Mr. Thank You Al Heyman, to be perfect, like, I just bit my tongue. Why am I always biting my tongue in videos? Mr. Thank You Al Heyman is probably one of the most powerful men in the world. You think I'm not just talking this, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why I'm here today is because of the research I do and because the content I provide is credible. So when I say I've done so much research on Al Heyman, so much, Mr. Alan Heyman of AH Enterprises, do you know I have his office number? Not his exact office, but I have the number to the building where his office is. Am I some type of clown dude that's gonna go up calling and doing all this stuff? Nah. I'm just the type of guy that's happy to know, wow, I got that information. In fact, I told you, I kind of admire Al Heyman, because it's like, how can you avoid all these cameras? You know, this guy's been involved with MC Hammer, Whitney Houston, right now Lil Wayne, the whole hip hop community. This, you know nothing. I'm telling you. Because of my OCD, because of my compulsive disorder of researching, I'm telling you, from the legal documents I've obtained, you know nothing. You know nothing about Al Heyman. I'm telling you that. You think this guy just involved in boxing? What? You see him, the very few photos you see of him with his suits, with his cheap, menswear Burlington Coat Factory suits. And you see him, he's still rocking a Razor phone, a Razor flip phone in 2014. You see, no. Dude. Yo, he's a scary dude. Because it's that type of power, and my eyes are burning. It's that type of power that you have a guy like Floyd Mayweather able to do the things he's done. And what we're going to talk about here right now is, Marcos Maidana is going to be wearing 8-ounce power lock gloves. Like I said, I don't want to go into the whole story. I'm going to post links below. But if you want to know the whole story, I back everything up with my Facebook. The link is right below. The articles are right at Real Combat Media. So there's 2 links. The Real Combat Media website, because if you're, YouTube channel, you should have a website right down below. And then I have a boxing forum, but you have to send a friend request. I run my boxing forum as a personal Facebook page for privacy reasons. So I'm not going to say any more about that. I'm going to move on. When you look at everything that's going on in Floyd Mayweather's life, and I'm talking to you from a man who has sinned. I'm talking to you as a man who went to rehab. I'm talking to you as a man who used to drink every day. He used to, quote unquote, I'm sorry for the language, but hip hop community, BT, World Star Generation, fuck bitches. I used to, and what I'm trying to say, tell you is that you don't be happy doing that shit. That shit, the drinking and the partying and the women and that shit, it's almost like it's almost like an addiction in its own. It's almost like a coping mechanism in its own. So when I say I look at Floyd Mayweather, and I think like, well, yeah, I see him with all those women around. But to isolate that one situation, I ask myself, what are all those women around for? And this is the real all access. You can say, oh, I came here and I wanted to see Showtime All Access. This guy's tricking us with his trickery titles. No. If you go and type in YouTube HBO Game of Thrones episode 24 review, you're not going to see nobody in the comments like, this is not HBO 24/7. I mean, this is not Game of Thrones. This is not you. You tricked us. No, it's only you. It's only you. It's only you. Process what you read. It will say Showtime, because it's the network. All Access, because it's what I'm talking about. Mayweather versus Maidana 2, the 2 fighters. Review. And then it has the date. And then, if you're of the intellectual caliber of an adult, or of even a prepubescent boy, you would see that it says T Street Controversy Live, not Showtime. And if I did upload an episode of All Access, guess what? That's copyright infringement, motherfucker. It's copyright. Come on. But I relate to Mayweather to a certain extent when I say he's came from the bottom. And right now, just like 50 Cent has been known for, it's either get rich or you die trying. No, I don't sleep. And most of the time I don't sleep. You know why? Because I always feel like I'm missing something. But what I do, Mayweather said on this episode 3, All Access, the final episode before the fight. And if you don't know, there's going to be another episode after the fight called the epilogue. But what you probably didn't see is, if you watch the episode, and the episode is going to be available, Real Combat Media, right below. But if you don't see, Mayweather has said openly that when you get to a level of fame, I mean, he didn't say it in these words, obviously, you know, that you're not really comfortable with it. This is a man who always has cameras, who always has people around. But I asked the question of, aren't these people his close friends? Aren't these people his close friends? And I probably know, you're probably wondering, like, why is this guy preaching to us and everything like that? And I'm telling you, listen, I've been preaching for these last 13 minutes and rambling on and talking about this and that and this and that because I know what I'm doing. And I'm telling you is that I think he's going to lose. And I think this may be the last All Access when Mayweather's 46-0. You know why? Because every now and then, life comes down and smacks you in the face and says, wake the fuck up. You're not in control. With all the bullets he's been dodging. With all the bullets he's been dodging. And I'm talking about in the ring and outside the ring. Oh, I need my ass to pump. No, I don't. It's a little bit of water. But of all the bullets he's been dodging, from the jail sentences, from all the different comments as far as, you know, racially charged comments, comments of arrogance. For example, the Ray Rice. Of all people, you do not ask Mayweather about anything involving domestic abuse. You deserve what you get. How did you not know? Oh, wait, whoever asked him probably knew, like, hey, Floyd, what do you think about the Ray Rice situation? you know, I know. That's just like Donald Sterling. That's just like if you talk to Donald Sterling on the phone, you get that fucking tape recorder. You're like, oh shit. Like, yeah, down, hey. Everybody know to record Donald Sterling. Everybody, just like when it, like you ask Floyd Mayweather about domestic abuse, you have your cameras and you have your tape recorders ready because you know he's gonna say some dumb shit. And don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. He's gonna say some dumb shit. I'm so tired. But you know what? The show must go on because you know why? Because right after the fight, I'm going to be doing a video. And then right after that, I'm going to be on Google Hangout for probably until the new moon. I swear to God, I'm going to make it. I swear I will not stop until I do. I swear I won't. I swear I won't. I just look at it like this. Mayweather doesn't impress me outside the ring. Inside the ring, he is a defensive wizard. For him to dodge 600 punches. 600 punches. And I watched the fight again. I watched that fight and I watched him versus Oscar De La Hoya. And I just sit there and I watched. I'm like, how is he doing all that? And he just knows like the reflexes. But if you look in his face, he's looking directly at Maidana. He knows. So it's not, he knows what he's doing, but also he has the fast reflexes. Now, why I said that he will lose is because for some reason I think that he's going to try to move and the old legs are going to catch up with him and he's going to catch something wild. There was a point, there was several, I'm not going to say just one, several points, the batteries, there were several points in the fight where Marcos Maidana threw that overhand right, that overhand right, and Mayweather just got out of the way by a millisecond. Just, you know, how long can he keep that up? How long? You got a Marcos Maidana who's coming in lighter. Yes, he doesn't have Alex Ariza in this. That treacherous Alex Ariza who made an appearance on All Access, which was Alex Ariza's dream. I was hoping that he did not appear on All Access because, you know, that's what he loves it. He loves it. You know, like this guy, and you know, you can't, I mean, realistically, he's a strength and conditioning coach. Can you really be realistically mad at Alex Ariza? I know I may chastise him sometime, but Alex Ariza, if you watch it, like realistically, you know, like if we ever met, you're a cool dude to a certain extent, but at the same time, I'm not going to trust you. I'm going to be like, all right, you do your job, but I'm not going to trust, my nose. Anyway, I sound like a bitch, right? Just like fucking Mayweather and them fucking gloves. Let me stop complaining. Anyway, I just look at it like this. You have to respect the fact that Mayweather took the fight. You have to respect the fact that he took a rematch with such a dangerous opponent again. But then you have to say, well, wait a minute. It's not really up to him. It's up to Al Heyman. Al Heyman probably told him, hey, listen, Floyd, if you want to be TBE, you can't have this hang over your head, you know, so you got to go out there and clean this up. You can't have a Castillo, you know, you went out there and you beat Castillo cleanly the second fight. Go do it with him. But this is a 37-year-old closer to 38-year-old man. Despite what you say, everybody loses at some point in time. Joe Louis, Jake LaMotta, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hitman Hearns, Roberto Duran, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Mike Tyson. They all lose at some point in time. Now, if Mayweather was to retire at 49-0 or 50-0, then you damn right he should be considered somewhat. When it comes to TBE, he should always be considered in the argument. But I say this, and I said this in many other videos. Despite what your opinion is, this is my opinion. In my opinion alone. If he beats Manny Pacquiao, I'm going to be like, yo, he beat everybody of his generation. Or what if he beats Pacquiao and then captures a 160-pound title? What else can you really say about him? But when it comes to, well, he hasn't fought Pacquiao, and we know when you look at both sides and when you look at who is a side and who can realistically make the fight happen, you gotta blame Floyd. You can say that, well, Floyd called Pacquiao in the 40 million. Floyd can come on and say, Pacquiao, yo, they say I can't beat you. Like, Floyd can hold a press conference just like Miss Jackson held a press conference and say, I want Pacquiao. I want to get this over with so I can end my career. I mean, so I can end my career and retire. I want to fight him. Like, you know, what happened to that? But it's about the team. It's about numbers. He's denying the fact that there's many Pacquiao negotiations. But this is what I want to say about that. He's denying the fact that there is Pacquiao negotiations. But you got to think that's what they're going to do. You know, they didn't dupe the fans so many times. They're not going to come out and say they're doing that. Pacquiao, when he did this shit on the Boxing Voice, and props to them for getting that, he slipped up, I think. I think he slipped up and wasn't supposed to say that. You know, when Pacquiao supposed that loving guy, just slipped up. But realistically, yo, I really think negotiations is going on. I've hinted at it before, but it's just like one of them things where it's like, okay, well, I can say I have some sources that's saying that it's going on, but ain't nobody going to believe me. But I'm telling you that in my head, when I go to bed, I think like, the fight's going to happen. Damn, I got to get ready for 2015. But to y'all don't really know. So I can understand where y'all coming from, and I can understand where y'all say, well, Floyd said it ain't going to happen. I can understand all that. Listen, I'm agreeing with you. Just like I can agree with how some fans say, well, how majority of the fans say that Mayweather won the first fight. I had it a draw. I didn't have Marcos Maidana winning. I had it a draw. But when you look at this, man, let me tell you this. If you put the same judges that ref the Canelo versus Lara fight and have those judges ref the Mayweather versus Maidana first fight, fights can be different. What I'm saying is, depending on the judge, Mayweather could have lost. Depending on the judges, Mayweather could have lost that fight 10 times over. Because of the fact of him on the ropes. He was lucky that night to get that majority decision. Because a lot of judges wouldn't have been so lenient. They would have been like, why is he always on the ropes? No ring general shit. Some of them judges would have been counting those punches. Like, oh, well, they on the arms and everything, but Mayweather looks like he's under duress. Mayweather doesn't look like he's in control. This is not Mayweather's fight. This is Marcos Maidana fight. And when you break it down to the bare bones of everything, Floyd Mayweather fought Marcos Maidana fight. So therefore, when you ask who's in control of the fight, Floyd wasn't, because Floyd wasn't keeping it in the middle of the ring as he should have. Whenever Marcos Maidana threw some of that wild shit, what did Floyd do? Go on the ropes and had to go into the defense. Now, he was good on the ropes defensively. But I don't think he can move and display that defense at the same time. But as I said, all good things have to come to an end. If Mayweather does lose, listen, you have to know that I'm going to be here right after the fight. I've had to come up here before, when Miguel Cotto defeated Sergio Martinez. I've had to do this before. Just like there's going to be people that's going to say he only gets views during Mayweather. Before, they should say he only gets views during Pacquiao. And guess what? Something you probably don't know. I've done, I believe, 2 Pacquiao videos, maybe 1, on this channel since I've been here. And then guess what? After this Mayweather is over, I'm probably not, I'm going to say by October, end of October, I'm not going to do no Mayweather videos. And I do certain stuff like that on purpose. Just like I'm wearing this hoodie and the hoodie. And I'm going to give a shout out to this hoodie. This hoodie is responsible for, God knows, like 10 million views. And I want to say thank you. And I want to also say that the time has come. I'm going to frame it. But as T Street now is an official reporter, the time has come for him to move on to better things. T Street's going to try to get some sleep. It's going to be a big week. I want to say, please subscribe. I cover every single major fight live. I do my videos live. If you don't know what I mean, like if you watch my videos, you can see. I try to tell you the time. in my videos for a reason. But if you watch my videos consistently, you'll see what I'm talking about. T Street Controversy. T Street Controversy Live.